Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I have an unusual game to share with you. This was played in round 5 of the late titled Tuesday, held on August 6th, 2024. On the white end, Magnus Carlsen, playing against the 2018 US champion, Sam Shankland. Okay, this is a 3-1 time control. We have on board a Sicilian with 3 bishop c4. So not going straight in for an open Sicilian. It only opens up on this move 5, d4 on board. Tempo against the queen. She's cool right here on d3, not obstructing the development of the dark square bishop. She's staying trained on d6. a6, very sensible. Nothing's going to b5 now. b5 supported. Bishop f4. And black continues here with queen c7. One of the computer suggestions I found interesting here, it likes this idea to play b5. Right around the corner for white is queenside castles and pressure against d6. So it likes anticipating that with b5 and then this very early rook lift to a7 and next d7. And there you go. This is a cool way for black to secure d6. Okay, black doesn't play in this way. It's queen c7 here. And after queenside castles, let me throw this to you as a pop quiz. How would you address the pressure now against d6? Feel free to pause the video. Okay, black continues here with e5. If knight e5, white can take twice, and the queen is overloaded. Queen takes bishop, we quickly see the power of this battery. Queen d8 would be mate. So knight e5, no good. Knight g4 is considered best. This is an instructive line. This knight targets f2 and has an eye on e5. So if white in this position addresses the pressure on f2, the queen d2, now this knight could go to e5 and the bishop is cut from seeing d6. Do know in this position, saddling black with doubled center pawns like this benefits black. There's nice coordination on d4 now, and without a pawn on d6, this guy's a bit more mobile. Okay, a tweak here to this variation. Instead of queen to d2 to defend f2, if you capture away on d6, it says that this is in fact the best way forward for white, allowing this pawn to be captured. Let me ask you, how would you respond here as white? Feel free to pause the video. Okay, very easy to want to meet this attack with a counterattack, right? Most natural reply, but it's faulty here. Nice positional lesson. What you would really be doing here with this counterattack is kicking the knight away to a square it wants to go to. This is really the dream square, and it will now get there. Also has an eye on e3 with a big fork. Let's say that's covered. This knight gets here. This isn't a winning position. Calls it equal. But if you had to pick a side, if I had to pick a side, I'm going with black. With this strong knight post, with this king post on e7, this pawn here, this isolated pawn, feels like a liability. Now, what it does want to play in this position here is rook e1. Anticipating this maneuver, white would now be in a spot with the rook on e1 to play e5, keeping the knight out of that strong post on e5. Okay, in our game, no knight g4, it's e5. Black knows what he's signing up for. This is a big weakness now. It's a hole. He's prepared to secure it with pieces. And bishop g5, preparing to knock out a defender of d5. Knight b4. Queen e2, she has a responsibility. Bishop e6. And knight d2. Black continues in the best way here. Rook c8. If black initiates this exchange, White would already be winning. This knight would be helped on its way to its dream square, d5. All knights currently compete for that square, but this guy here, not stable. It'll soon be swiped. To take it out a few more to bring this to a simplified position. There you go. Very easy to see this position right here spring about. Superior minor piece position. Unassailable knight on d5. All right, black continues with rook c8 on this move 12. Bishop captures bishop. And best here is for black to recapture the bishop with then king b1 getting off of the half open file. It likes this as a best continuation. King going uncastled here. Still a ball game ahead, to be sure. Center pawns control a lot of important squares, and the knights don't have any super invasive outposts. Okay, a serious blunder in this game. Instead of the recapture, we have knight captures a2 check. So if you take with the knight, queen takes c2 would be mate. And if the king moves, knight takes knight check, and then you get to recapture. This is winning for black. Complete disaster near the white king. Okay, there's something that was missed in this game, and that is this guy can duck this capture and retreat to track down the knight. White is simply up a piece now. Black resigns. So a super uncharacteristic miss here by Shankland. I don't know that we could call it a blunder. Feels more like it's the Magnus Effect at play here. 5-time world champion, 3,300 blitz rating. I don't know that you'll find many games by Shankland, a player of his caliber, going down in defeat like this against any other player. This is a somewhat serious game, titled Tuesday. There is an increment, 3+1. Very unusual, to be sure. Anyhow, what are your thoughts? An abrupt ending to this one, I realize, but still a couple positional notes along the way. Anyhow, feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe took a thing or two away. That's all for now. Take care.